see if the girl can handle herself before you just come in there and being like, boom, here's some magic. Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode of Beautifully Nerding. I'm your host, Auntie Bri, and today we're getting back in our anime bag. Okay, I told you all we were getting back to it because I am officially caught up and current on One Piece, and I am very sad that I can't watch 10 episodes at a time anymore. I don't really know what to do with myself. I've been kind of perusing CrunchyRoll to see what the offerings are. I would love some recommendations of non-shonen. Like, I've had some people give me some things, but I would love more. Because, you know, after watching pirates fight for quite some time, I would love if I could just watch some people, you know, talk their problems out. Maybe I can get into one of like the sports animes where all of their problems are fought through a basketball game or a soccer game or something. I need something that's not just swords clashing all the time. But I always found it interesting that some of the anime titles are quite extreme. I'm gonna list some for you, and I want you all to let me know in the comments down below which of these do you think I made up. Okay, so we got, even given the worthless appraiser class, I'm actually the strongest. The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Shirohio, reincarnated as a neglected noble, raising my baby brother with memories from my past life. Okay, and the joke's on you, because all of those are real. I literally just looked around CrunchyRoll and all of those were like within the first 10 that I saw. But we're not here to talk about any of those shows, because the show that I actually watched is called I Left My A-Rank Party to Help My Former Students Reach the Dungeon Depths. It's within that incredibly long title. What exactly is the purpose of this title being this long? I guess it's probably a trend in Japan to kind of give the basic details of the story in the title. It's very fully judge this book by its cover. They give you a very basic rundown just in the title, so it's like, I mean, either you're in or you're not. Before I watched it, I thought it was a literal party, and I was very confused, and I was like, I mean, an A-rank party sounds pretty fun, and then as soon as it started, I was like, I'm actually an idiot. Because it's not that at all. I'm 3 episodes in, and I think I may actually finish this, and this is actually one of my first time like watching an anime that's like currently showing. Like, when I looked it up on IMDb, like new episodes are still coming out, and I'm just like, oh, okay, look at me like being up on the times and whatnot. I'll watch some stuff on like Netflix or Hulu that may be kind of current-ish, but like I've never necessarily been watching like a new anime on CrunchyRoll that's currently coming out, and I'm like, wow, this is a nice feeling. I will say that like already before the show even starts, the title is a lie, because he did not leave the A-rank party just to help those former students. So our main character Yuke is a B-ranked alchemist, and he's a member of Thunderpike, which is the A-ranked party, and they're like a super big deal, super famous, all that good stuff. And so these parties are like groups of fighters that all have like different skill classes. So like, you know, like when you're playing video games, you have the different people who all have different skills that help the team out in general. So that's what the party is. And so they go out on these quests, and they have some task of like, go get this thing. It's a bunch of fetch quests, pretty much. That's what all of their missions and quests are. It's fetch quest. And you know, with any fetch quest, there's always some monster or some kind of enemy that you have to fight that comes up along the way. But literally all the quests, it's a bunch of fetch quests, but the fetch quests have different ranks. So you'll have the same way that you have an A through D party, you also have A through D quests. And so usually people will pick the quest that aligns with their ranking, maybe go one above if they want like a little bit of a challenge. The more successful you are, the higher rank that your party is, the higher rank quest that you can go on, and then the more money you can make. The parties and the people within them are like content creators and content houses, because they literally live stream all of their battles. They have like followings, you know, people are like, oh, you know, this is my favorite team, this is my favorite member of said team, and like it really has parallels to literal content creation. And I'm just like, this is interesting. They're live streaming battles, they have opportunities to get sponsors, They have like this guild that they report to, that they have a rule set that they have to follow to make sure that they are, you know, adhering to the rules of the guild. It's like, okay, I see what we're doing here. I see the content creation of it all. And so Yuke is an alchemist or mage, and he's able to cast spells that will augment the strengths of his team, and that makes everybody stronger in their respective classes. But Thunderpike doesn't appreciate him, and he barely gets paid, so he's like, I'm actually going to leave, and he looks for another team to join. In his search, he stumbles upon 3 of his former students, Marina, Silk, and Rain. They're on a D-list team together, and they haven't gone on many hunts, but they have the skills that Yuke taught them. So they go on their first hunt as a group, and it's clear that the girls have the fundamentals, but Yuke always like adds his magic. And I'm noticing that like no one is really asking for it. He's just kind of like, here's some magic. Let me just help you out. No one really even has a chance to refute it, because they're literally in like the middle of a battle. So it's just kind of like, let me just get in here and add some magic. Now, the first time he did it, I was like, okay, that's helpful, I guess. But then the second time, I was like, okay, at least see if the girl can handle herself before you just come in there and being like, boom, here's some magic. But it could just be my own jaded worldview that is making me side eye his helpfulness. I'm not used to people just being nice people because being nice is a good thing to do. Maybe he just wants to make sure that his former students are safe and that they excel, And so by their second mission together, they have named themselves Clover because there are 4 members, and they, consider Yuke to be their lucky 4th member because, 4-leaf clovers are lucky, all that good stuff. Yeah. They pretty much become an overnight sensation because no one has really seen anyone fight like this. Like, they're used to the, heavy swords and the strong man and fighting and, brains getting bashed in and, people getting their hands dirty. Yuke isn't necessarily a fighter. He's an alchemist. So he does lots of spells to bring down his opponents. And everyone is really intrigued by this because it's not what they're used to seeing. It's something new. And so after a month of streams, like, they're the new big thing. The party gets promoted to C rank and Yuke gets promoted to an A rank, because the battle that kind of got them a lot of attention was a bit more challenging than anyone expected it to be. Yuke tells the guild that he thinks that there's an overflow, which essentially means that like the magic that keeps all of like the creatures that are in the dungeons, that keeps them there, that there's something going on that's allowing them to come up to the surface where, all the people are. That's a danger that could, get bigger and probably hurt some people. So the guild needs to be looking into that. And so the guild is like, we're going to send out an investigation team to, figure out what's going on. Now, on the other side of town, Yuke's old team Thunderpike is having a bit of trouble without him. They're failing at quests back to back because they relied so heavily on UK, like they literally called him the chore boy, that they don't know how to be prepared on their own. Like, they keep going through replacement folks, and no one is staying because no one is going to accept this treatment. The only reason that Yuke accepted this treatment is because him and Simon grew up together, like they were friends as children. And so Simon tries to go and get Yuke to come back to Thunderpike. And Simon is trying to make Yuke feel guilty because he's like, it's your fault because you left and now Thunderpike is not doing good. So you should feel bad and you should want to come back to the team. And Yuke is like, I'm not coming back to y'all. Y'all took advantage of me at every chance y'all could, and I'm gonna help these girls get their rank up. They even had like their One Piece moment of like everyone went around and told what their dreams were. Yuke said that his dream was to reach like the deepest dungeon depths and follow in his uncle's footsteps, and the girls are like, well, we already reached our dream, so I guess we can put yours next up. So we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. And that is as far as I've gotten so far. Some issues that I know are gonna come up in the next couple of episodes are Simon's jealousy. Simon definitely gives like, I need to be the center of attention, and if I'm not, it's everyone else's problem. There was a creepy dude who wanted to join Clover, but like I don't think he wanted to join as in to help. Like, he just wanted to join to be around 3 young girls. See, again, it's another reason why I be real finicky and picky about my animes, because one of them girls on the team is 17, and I'm like, I don't like this. Y'all tiptoeing real close to that line. I'm not comfortable. There's the lady who's like over the like assignment of quests, and her name is Mamar. Maymar. I'm not for sure how to pronounce it. There's definitely something between her and you. We're not really sure what's going on. He's just like, oh, like, you know, I've been knowing her since I first started adventuring. And we're all like, sure. I think I may stick with this one for a couple of episodes. It's definitely something interesting to at least catch up on in between waiting for for One Piece to come back. But then I'm gonna finish all of this and I'm gonna need something else to watch while I wait for One Piece to come back. So again, if you all have recommendations, please let me know them in the comments down below. While you're there, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with all of your friends. And with that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.